Are we starting already?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Gustavo.
Gustavo.
Augusto. August.
Gus Gus. Gus Gus.
Hello, man. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing very fine. Very happy to sit here with you. I'm curious about what will emerge from this old steward, new steward conversation.
Old steward, new steward. Nice.
I'm the old one and you're the new.
No. Look at this beard. I think it's clearly that I'm the old guy here.
Look at this one.
Exactly.
Nice to have you.
Nice.
Would you maybe like to start off with sharing a little bit about who you are, what you deeply care about, and what your journey here has been like?
Who am I? I love this question.
And please grab the attention stick.
Who am I? I'm a player. I'm a player in this game, in this experience that we call life. I like to see myself as the main character of my life because there can't be another main character, of course. And in this game, I consider myself an explorer. I'm a person that is just out there, understanding what is the reality within myself, what is the reality around us, what is the reality with my peers, with the people that I interrelate with, and of course what is the reality in the organizations, in the communities that I'm engaged with. And as a player, I like to keep coherence in my discoveries, okay? Because that's very much in myself when I think I have deep belief in something, but I'm acting in a different way. There is something missing there. There is something that is not aligned there. When in my game as a player, I take awareness of this incoherence. I try to, to match, to resolve what is happening there, why my thing is not in line with my feelings or my behaviors, and try to go back to my center, go back to my ground, and so on. And as an individual, I also like to apply the same with the people that I interact with, right? I like to play with people that are also able to keep that coherence, to evaluate themselves, or at least to connect in a coherent way with me. Okay, I don't need to interrelate with people. I don't need them to be as I am. That will be like really selfish and non-considerate. But as long as I can interrelate with them in a pleasant way, boom, let's go for it. And the same for organizations, the same for communities. I'm also exploring different organizations. We can talk about that later. Web3, regen spaces, and so on.
Web3.
And there I hope the same. I hope that if I'm part of an organization, I can act coherently, and that organization can act back to me in the same way. And also as an agent in this organization, I discover like my agency in participate, in try to change stuff, in bring awareness about the situations, in implying myself in the change management, and also to have all those discussions, arguments, and even conflicts, right? Because that can emerge a lot of things when maybe I think I'm acting coherently, maybe you think you are acting coherently, but in our own way, towards the same community, towards the same purpose, towards the same vision, we have different opinions, we have different behaviors, way of doing. So that's where I'm focusing on at the moment, how to facilitate the spaces where these kind of issues can be brought to the table, and try to solve them in a most safe and fun way. I'm also a player that I love to have fun. I love the joy of life. So a player, yes. So yes, that's who I am. That's
I think it's very well described and coherent with my experience of you.
Nice. You like the attention stick?
Attention stick. Give me the attention stick.
Please don't distract my attention with so many movements, because exactly.
enjoyed it. But yeah, I think that was a very nice and condensed and elaborate description of who you are and how I've also perceived you. Like you mentioned, authenticity and coherence and congruence, alignment is important to you. To the question of what you care about and what is important to you. And in multiple contexts, both with yourself and in communities and in organizations.
Yeah, and that's a very spiritual vision. If you take it in multiple contexts, if you took it from the spiritual point of view, we're not talking about multiple contexts, because in the spiritual realm, I consider myself as part of the we. The universe, the earth, the communities, the space are just only one element, one piece of existence that, as we are conformed by millions of cells, the universe is also conformed by you, by me, by people around, by these newly planted trees, newly in the last 2-3 years. And we are one felt. So I also like to bring that to my ground material reality, and this is part of the explanation of who I am, who Gustavo is.
Gustavo is careful, Gustavo.
Gustavo is someone that is falling from an improvised chair, but that's okay.
Sometimes it's helpful to have multiple Gusses that can hold each other and support each other. Gus Gus. So from the question of who you are and what you care about to your journey all the way here to this moment. Now it's been passing through many dimensions and many places, many people.
My journey from the really beginning, I guess, to this moment.
Feel free to play.
Feel free to play. I mean, there is a lot of context, a lot of things are happening to my mind at this moment, and I don't feel like I can share it all. But I'm a guy that was born in a really chaotic and conflictive place like Venezuela is. And yeah, since I was a child, my environment was always in political, social, and an economic crisis. Right? Right, left, right. These people are the guilty. No, you are the guilty. No, you are the guilty. So a lot of lack of self-accountability. So yeah, when I was 22 years old, I got this chance to just move to Europe to continue my university's studies in Italy. So I did a master in telecommunications engineering. I started to work as a telecommunications manager in telecommunications operators. And that was interesting, that study of protocols, how we can use machines just to transmit information was really engaging for me. But at some point, I got into management positions in these corporations. That was more about how do we communicate among people, right? If we see machines that are just communicating among each other in a really perfect way, and when perfect now, sometimes we find bugs, but then we tell the programmer, hey, we have this bug here, and then the programmer understands what is happening there, they fix the bugs, and then the communications among the machines gets better. So I start to see a lot of analogies with human communications in the way that I was actually managing the project that I was owning, and that was really frustrating. Super frustrating, because that's where I recognized that I didn't know other people. I didn't understand other people. I didn't understand their drivers, their motivations, their fears. I was assuming a lot of things. I was just transmitting out certain messages that this was triggering the fucked out of people and causing like big problems out of the blue, when in my simplicity, in my engineering mindset, it was just so simple to go from A to B. But in the middle there was like a lot of things that I was not taking into awareness from the other sides. teams forming, people protecting each other. In the corporate world is also this fear about keeping my job safe. I don't want more job to be done. I want to make my boss believe that I'm useful, because if he or she doesn't believe that I'm useful, I'm gonna get my ass out of here. So there's like a lot of tensions, a lot of insecurities. People that they are supposed to know to do something, but they want to hide that, because if they openly share that they don't know how to do something, they will feel attacked, they will feel in danger. So instead of open their vulnerabilities and explicitly telling, hey, there is this thing that I don't know, and making their team to know that there is something in there, and us actually asking for help, they, oh no, yes, I'm gonna do this. And that at the end of the day is even worse, because they can't do that, or they do something that was not asked, or whatever. So that implies more and more work. Ooh, after my corporate world, yeah, it's a lot of things. I started to do an MBA, and during my MBA, I discovered blockchain. That was 2016. The concept of Web3 was not there. The closest was just Ethereum. This Ethereum virtual machines where we can actually program new forms of money, and that completely blew my mind. Coming from the place that I was coming, with having like a lot of also ideas about how to solve democracy, how to include everyone in decision making, how to replace that one person at the top to rule over the others, even if they are not aware about their context, even if they can have their own agency and intention. So I will govern more for me than for the people that I'm supposed to respond in my governance. And of course the fact that these people, they don't know the reality of everyone else, right? So in blockchain I saw a possibility to use technology for decentralization in economic and politic ecosystems, socials of course. So I went super deep into that. I of course managed to buy few cryptos back in 2016, and that empowered me just to leave the corporate world and try to start like an entrepreneur lifestyle. And yeah, I've been there for the last 8 years. Yes, well actually 6, because I left Vodafone. Yeah, 7 years. And what else? Yes, of course, this has led me towards a lot of community building. I resigned my technology background. I was more interested in the social governance part of it. So these DAOs, this decentralized autonomous organization, I started to be a thought leader in that matter. Co-founded an educational school, and of course an educational organization for teaching people in South America and Spain, Spanish speaking people about DAOs and Web3 technologies. And I've been also doing like a lot of social impact, awareness, education, evangelization with blockchain. And that led me to work for a universal basic income. There I was working as governance lead. So my role there was just to intertwine the needs from the community. That crypto had a really huge community of users. They were not really engaged community, but really huge user based. With the core team that they were leading the development and the strategy of the future of the coin. The thing is that a market shift happened. Then the team just decided to bring all the funds that I was asking for, bringing to the community, and incentivize the use of the cryptocurrency for actually getting utility of the currency itself. I developed a really a nice plan for subsidizing local stores in local places, so people will be able to use their currency as a means of exchange.
Mm.
And just before the implementation of that, market shift happened. The core team at the top, they decide, no, we need to protect our team because this is for the long vision. So, of course, and my boss needed to pay her apartment in New York City. So yes, like seeing CEOs earning more than 200K a year and having a project that haven't been able to deliver more than 500K in 4 years,
Mm.
for me it's like, hey, what the fuck is this happening? Like, I don't
Amazing.
believe you are coherently willing to fulfill the purpose of organization that is just to deliver value to
Mm.
people. I felt that this company, they were doing more technology than trust building, and I mean, a currency is a matter of the combination of two systems.
Mm.
An accountability system where yes, technology and the app and everything that was all of
Mm.
there, but there is also trust systems that we need
Mm.
to engage with this accountability system to create a monetary system.
Mm.
Hey, that's what currency is.
Will this map a little bit onto like the tech side and the people side?
The trust side,
Accountability.
the
Yeah.
believing, the fact that I believe that if you pay me today with 5 attention stick, tomorrow I
That's
can go
currency,
to
yeah.
the coffee store and maybe with with one attention stick I can get
Mm.
one coffee. That's a transaction based on trust because I trust
Mm.
that when I go there, I will get value exchange for what I give you
Mm.
right now. So yes, I mean the situation with this startup brought me to a really deep burned out of crypto because I mean in crypto I've been mainly and probably only for yeah social impact, make this world a better place. I managed to come to universal basic income. I really believe I could make the change there because yeah, Web3 we're offering change. So I was really naive in thinking that I could make a difference there, but I mean, after 9 months of working for this company, it was like, boom. So that brought me this burnout, but I am super grateful for this burnout because that was brought me here to this place, to the ReFi spring of 2022,
Mm.
where a new hope was being born, at least for me, at least for my heart. When I started learning about ReFi, I got the same excitement that I got in 2016 when I learned about Ethereum. So in what I call my real value crisis,
There we go.
I came to this place where this is real value, guys. Like, look at these trees. Look, you can look at the oxygen that this is generating, but
Mm.
the buildings, the community livings, the integrations, the connections that we make here just by being able to touch, to connect, to speak deeply about topics that we really take care about. This was value for me,
Mm.
and it still is, of course.
Real value.
So I engaged with TDF first as a volunteer. Just let's volunteer on the land. I didn't want to work more on DAOs nor Web3 nor anything like that. I really just wanted to put my hands on the dirt, to plant some carrots, to harvest some tomatoes, to plant some trees. And after a few months of that and connecting with the community, with the founders, with the people that were in charge there, by taking awareness about what was the status of the project back then, and whoa, TDF is launching a token. I was like, hey Sam, can I see that white paper? Or I don't remember if there was a white paper yet back then, but still there was the first proposal for the token building was there. So So that was really interesting for me because also in my background I have been not only working as a governance facilitator but also as a token designer. My role as a token designer is more to facilitating the collective design of a group. Like when I talk that I work with ecosystem designs, and my approach is not me myself designing, my approach is just to place the methodologies, the social structures, so people can actually listen to themselves, can communicate efficiently towards the same goal. So for that, I realized that we need structures, we need methodologies, we need a facilitator leading. And I'm starting to scream because we have
Yeah, chopper, industrial machine. Imagine if it's a seed-spreading chopper that is trying to regenerate Alentejo. Yeah.
So yes, I started to work for the TDF white paper. I joined the team on the cloud to work on the digital stuff, also as a designer, also to gathering together all the people involved there. To realize that first here the main topic is nature, is people, is connection, and to see also that the Web3 expertise needed to be built a lot. So yes, bringing my contributions from that space, and what else? Yes, continuing moving forward. There is more history with me as TDF after that, of course.
What do you mean?
I mean, I was a steward.
Yeah.
I was a steward of this place. I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, maybe we can build a little bridge. First and foremost, thank you for elaborating and weaving together a coherent life story all the way to the moment that we're at right now. And yeah, sounds to me, and I knew this from before, that you have a lot of experience in this space and bringing in a lot of value in that form. And like we could dive even more deeply into like the Web3 crypto space and the regen movement, or we could dive more deeply into TDF and stewardships. And maybe we can do multiple conversations as well. But how, just thinking about time, how about we dive a little bit into your experience at TDF, both as a steward, but perhaps also in the last few weeks that you've been here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. As a steward...
Attention stick token.
As a steward, I think that the main thing that I connected with was the responsibility of keeping this place and the community moving forward, operational and active. And it was also a responsibility from a place of care, because I was coming also from a deep connection to the community, to this place, and of course at that point I was even an investor, because I was working I was sweating for tokens back. I also had the opportunity to buy some tokens. That's another topic, the proof of sweat thing. So yes, as a steward, my main challenge was to keep that respect for the place, for the collective, and balance that with individuals' needs, with the individual's contributions, with how to recognize how each individual was actually different among themselves. That yes, there was like a single glue around this community, but of course different minds, different peoples, different feelings. So that was a really big challenge for me as someone also responsible for the community there. I start to experiment with different facilitation techniques that allow people's authenticity to be there, to be heard, to be considerate, to be added to the collective, without disturbing too much the needs of the collective. and I think that has been like my main learning from the regen space, because yes, I've been living and working in different communities, planting trees and gardening, or even in hospitality and so on. But in my own experience, my main learning has been in community facilitations, in holding space for people to be themselves from their individualities, but also to be themselves from the one, from the collective group that we are. So I've been learning a lot on this, and has been, I have to say, a great, deep, growing work for my own self, because that teach me a lot how to listen, and listen not only with our heart, with our mind, listen mainly with our heart. Listen how people feel. Listen how people express and manifest what their needs, and listen and also how they don't express and manifest what they need. That may be the most important learning, to listen to what is unsaid. That's an intuition that was developed through deep work, through deep, real and authentic connections, that I'm able to say that is one of my main skills today. And from there, I'm just trying to bring the best to my people, to my communities, that I can, because it's very appreciated when people realize that they are seen, that they are understood, that their needs are aware in the other person, and maybe I can't fulfill that need, but I can say, hey, listen, I know what you need. I know what you need in this community. Maybe this is not the thing for you right now. This community is not oriented to fulfill that need. That guy may help you, that other guy maybe, or hey, if this is a deep need and this community is not there for you and you can find anyone here, maybe the best for you and for us is to live. And that's also a deep reality that we need to take awareness, because in places like this we need to curate very well our culture. We need the health of the community to be there first, and we need to protect from agents or individuals that in their traumas, in their needs, and in their lack of awareness to bring their needs on top of the table. And hey, I am here, I'm here, I have this need, I have this need, I have this need. You start to drain the energy from the community, and hey, dude, we need that kind of heat that make people come back to reality, to take awareness about everyone else. And if you're happy to merge, to tune into this frequency, cool, you're welcome back again. But if you are going to continue being the trickster, the joker, the element that is going to please leave. And that's my own, and I know that from my own experience, right? Because coming from a company like Vodafone, coming from Good Dollar, coming from these places where there was a really mismatch between my ideals and my way of how to behave in this organization and so on, they saw me like, what? you want our money to go to the people just because we are a universal basic income project? Like, yeah. What the fuck, Gustavo? No, please get the fuck out of here. Like, thank you. I also think that's the best way for me. Right? And now I'm here talking to you. So yes, that was my main learning during stewardship. Not only, I also like took deep awareness about the needs of the founders, of the main sources, people, the sources. When I'm talking about source right now, I'm talking about the who ideated this, who visualized all these projects to move on, right? That was also another deep learning for me, like, and also as a token designer, I was building in my own self like a lot of ideals projects. I have my knowledge about Web3 markets. I mean, I know shit. It seems that I don't, but I know a lot of shit. From my expertise, I also came here to try to orientate, to lead the path of TDF. There were like few months where this meant like a really deep conflict with the founders. And that was hard. That was hard to me, but at the end was, yes, just another grounding to reality, right? Like, hey, I'm just realizing that the needs of the projects right now are just different of what I'm here to propose right now. So yeah, maybe it was also emotionally charged for me, of course, to have this kind of situation or conflict with the founder of this place, a place that I also consider my home. And yeah, but that was also very, very important for me to be who I am, to share what I am sharing here today, because I was also conscious of that, and I put a lot of intentions to heal that relationship. It took a while, but just with a lot of compassion and understanding, everything can be good. That's my belief, and it's also manifested in my experience of life. If we just want to understand and be compassionate for each other, we can keep justice, we can keep peace. And that's where I am right now. That's where I feel I've been the last month that I've been in this land. And for me, has been an amazing experience, because it has been a come back to home. So I'm super happy. And
Welcome home.
meet great stewards like you, my brother.
Whew.
How long have been
So
we talking? I feel it's just a couple of minutes.
Yeah. TDF time is unique, special, compressed. Attention stick. Yeah, you touched upon listening and tuning into the needs of people, the needs of a community, and potentially the needs of the whole project, including the land. What do you sense being the needs of both TDF right now and potentially the larger region movement?
Yes, bioregional engagement.
Bioregional engagement.
Yes. Here in TDF, for example, we are operating on 25 hectares of land. We have the goal to improve the water cycles, the rain, the life in soil, right? But 25 hectares is not enough to do that. We need bioregional activation. We need more people around, more people aligned, more people sharing knowledge, sharing resources, sharing humans, sharing seeds of trees, of vegetables, and so on. And of course, more culture of respect towards the earth. We need to be we need to tackle positive engagement with the earth, instead of extracting from her. We need to give more than we take from the earth. As people pay taxes to governments, we need to pay taxes to the earth. Okay, so this is super important to take into awareness, and this is in line. I mean, this is what got me into the ReFi space, the opportunity to use blockchain technology to regenerate real value. And that's what we need. We need more land trusts. We need more organizations that are buying land, putting those lands out of markets if they want to play with bonds that are tokenized and you put in an automatic market makers and a staking system for people and do those kind of DeFi games. Absolutely, let's do that. Let's play with that. But we need on the ground, on the material world, to assure that all those tools are just like breaches, like protection breaches, walls, breaches that can open, that can close, in order to bring money in. Because if we want to activate a bioregional movement around, we need money. We need more projects building land, buying lands around, taking care of them, planting trees, planting food. If they want also to bring more grazing and animals and trying to look for new ways of eating meat in a regenerative way where animals are not suffering, where that suffering is not coming back to our bodies and so on. We need that, and we need ReFi and crypto and Web3 to help us doing that, of course. How to do that? Well, there is a BioFi movement that is just starting. It's a brand new movement from the ReFi DAO people. They are supporting that. I don't know if it's emerging from there as such. But yes, this is what we need. We need to protect the earth. There are people around that they are still discovering mines and lithium and gold and stuff. So they will just go there and start to excavate and start to destroy a lot of natural ecosystems. And we need massive coordinations for people to put whatever kind of asset, whatever kind of capital in pro of protecting our homes here. It's about our own health. I mean, don't even think like we are protecting the earth. The earth can protect herself very, very well. And the main thing that the earth will protect herself if humanity continues this extraction mode is like, you guys are all fucked. You are a virus. I will go into my balance systems, global warming, whatsoever, because you are a cancer in my body, so I will exterminate you. And the earth will survive. The one that is going to extinction if we don't take action as soon as possible is humanity itself. So we need more awareness on that behalf. Yes, you can take the hippie way. Let's protect the earth and the flowers and the bees, which is really valid, of course. But if we want to continue this selfish way for humanity just to move on, it's the same. We are protecting the earth not for her; it's for ourselves. Okay. Of course, we, depending on who's taking the decisions, like a guy in an office in New York won't take any consideration of indigenous tribe in the Amazons, right? So, yeah, that's very shameful, I would say. But yeah, we just need to realize that my rights are your rights, that there are the same rights of someone in the Amazon, and these people in the Amazons and indigenous tribes in different parts of the world are the people that knows the nature better, are the people that understand her, that talk to the earth, that can feel what the earth is needing, that can feel how they can provide to her. So we also, in response to your questions, we need more integration with the indigenous tribes and include them in our governance systems, because we need agency to the earth. We need the earth to be presented as a as an element with agency that can also govern on how things are done, which is pretty similar to what TDF and OASA made with the regenerative principles for land stewardship, for regeneration of land stewardship, right? Like there is this constitution, these are the rights of the land for water, for soil, for wind, whatsoever. Every project that we support, they first need to commit to these constitutions, because if we realize that you're extracting and you're not respecting the earth, we need to give this project to other people that will do.
Word.
Word,
Words. Spell. No, it's a lot in there, and again, I feel like we could go on forever diving into each one of these rabbit holes, but I feel like that was a really nice, elaboration and summary of what is needed, both TDF, but also the larger regen movement, which is really about how can we enable life on Earth to flourish, how can we support the life, how can we have a net positive effect, actually be regenerating, as you're saying. And that needs financing, needs collaboration, bioregional collaboration. It needs people on the ground actually, being in touch and listening to nature and her needs, so that we can actually be in service of nature and be truly regenerative. And that requires us to tap into those who are most in touch and most deeply listening to the earth, which you mentioned are indigenous tribes, and massive coordination. Anyways, how would you say people could get involved in all of this, besides of course becoming a steward and a volunteer at TDF, or putting their money into the ReFi BioFi movement?
I mean, TDF, just go to a community and put your hands on the soil. We need a lot of humility. We need to be able to surrender to a lot of stuff, because humanity as such has been led from this god that we call money. Is the center point of attention of a lot of people. It's the reason why people just wake up every morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, go to an office, 8 hours, go back.
Money is the attention stick of the world.
Yeah,
How can we
money.
How can we shift that attention stick to life itself? The earth.
We need to, there is this concept called metanoia.
Yeah.
Which is just allowing our mind, body, and spirit to delete information, to delete beliefs. We need to unlearn. We need to empty ourselves. And emptiness can be scary, because emptiness can mean lack of everything. But only from that void, only from that emptiness, and a connection with the earth, a connection with the spirits, it's how we can re-fulfill our own vessel, how you call, like vessel, with the energy that we need to heal ourselves, to heal our planet. Love, compassion, connection. And this implies a lot of new stuff in our life, a lot of new shit to deal with. But it's beautiful.
It's fun.
It's amazing.
Playful.
It can be amazing. And at the beginning it will be scary as fuck, because we don't know where we're stepping onto. But in my own experiences is stepping onto the true nature of ourselves, and I haven't experienced something more beautiful than that. So yes, grow a couple of balls and surrender yourself to nature. Nature is the greatest powers of them all, the more just, the course.
Mm. Love, connection, compassion,
Compassion.
metanoia in the meta crisis.
Yeah.
Releasing the old skins that we don't need anymore.
Connection
And,
with
growing
sacred.
into
Like,
a-
yeah, we need more new symbols for sacredness.
Mm.
Like, money can't be the only thing that is considered consciously or unconsciously for people out there. And with sacredness, I don't call in that you need to believe in God, but please believe in what is true. Believe in what is true. Ask yourself what is true in your life. If you are in the capitalistic system and if you know some sorts about the money, you should know already that money is not true. Money is just a social construct. Money are just numbers there that people are competing for, game for, but it's nothing for nothing. It's just a accountability system that people put in the middle so they can take value from the society and give value out there. We need these value flows to prosper and to grow in life technologically in every sense of way. I'm not saying forget about money, but prioritize more things. Prioritize the waters, the elements, the health of your waters. Prioritize how you are dealing with your own shit, with your own garbage. Are you just giving it away and contaminating it more, or are you maybe having some sort of compost system in your house where we can give that food and nurturing back to the earth? So there's a lot of ways. Just connect with what is sacred to us. The elements, earth, air, water, fire. That connection with new reality that is beyond thoughts.
Beyond thought. Compost systems for obsolete mental models. We can grow some new. Yeah. Gus, thank you so much. So much there and so much more to come. Let's keep on playing competitive games to the top of the value chain. And let's figure out how we can make the attention stick of money in service of something more sacred.
Aho.
Aho.